I was totally of the opinion and understanding that this was due to come out on the 26th of March. It is the 25th of March right now. So either it has just ticked over to midnight somewhere. I don't think that's the case. I think maybe they've just got the dates wrong. Whatever. Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist is the sequel, quote unquote, to Ender Lilies, one of my favourites. Soulsy metroidvanias. It was very dark, it was very oppressive, it was very atmospheric. It wasn't for everyone. I liked it. A lot of people absolutely loathed it. Whether this is going to be any good, I don't know. It's early access. They're expecting to be in early access for 6 to 12 months, something along those lines. The first game was also in early access for quite some time. This features, I believe, the first 4 areas. I know nothing about it, save for what I saw in the announcement trailer. So let's leap in and see what it's like. Homunculi, artificial forms of life. Word is they're mostly human. Is that true? Human, those mutants, all the times they've attacked us. Those things only look like us. Similarities in there. That's a bit fast. You're not afraid. It will be all right. Your moment is at hand. What we've prepared for. Listen carefully. Seek out allies. Find the other attuners. I have faith in you. You can, the homunculi. Right, that text all auto-advanced, and it all auto-advanced a little bit too fast. I am wondering if there is an option to not have it do that. I'm still alive. But how? I've forgotten something or someone. Something important. Pretty. What is this place? Pretty. Move. Right. Let's just see if we've got display UI, automatically report, sound bits and pieces. No, nothing about that. I'll look at the other things as and when. So, initial impressions. We have D-pad and we have left stick movements. Right stick moves the camera. Jump. No attack. We've got a dodge, which is way better than Lily's dodge in the original game. We've got an actual forward roll. It feels a little bit short-ranged, but that's better than Lily's belly flop. We have... right, what's that? That's left on the touchpad. So we've got time. We've got our various abilities and equipments. Our homunculi are going to be basically our spirits, because this is a futuristic version. Different equipment, different relics that we can equip. Crouch lowers your stance. Dodge can be used in the air. Roll away from any attacks. Be warned, for if the Mystic Mantle is damaged, you have only your physical prowess to rely on. Interesting. Sounds like some kind of shield ability. Jump. Blessed by magic even, Lilac is able to jump higher than any ordinary child. And dash. After dodging, hold down. Interesting. That seems very similar to what Sargon can do in Prince of Persia. And, most importantly, an actual map. Yeah, so that's our dash. Ancient experiment log. Scrapped homunculi. 1400 plus. Homunculus tuners to be transported. insufficient. Number of specimens scrapped per month, decreasing. Contact research facility. Looks like we can stay dashing. We've got an air forward roll, which I must admit looks a little bit silly, but whatever. This looks like it could be useful. Healing ward, ground/water. Restores Lilacs HP. While uses are limited, they can be replenished at respites. Amulets of protection resonate within Argentine vials, invoking a protective ward. Press L1 to recover HP. Healing is limited. The number of heals available is displayed in the upper left corner below the HP gauge. It's our Estus Flask system. No choice but to run past this for now. Okay, we can drop down and climb up through platforms. Oh, this is so similar to Ender Lilies, and yet so much more Oh, I thought you were an enemy. Are you an enemy? Yes? You're nodding at me. No. Dodge. 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 Yeah, we've got a nice selection of running jump. Oh, okay. We've got an interesting selection of tutorials, but also in terms of atmosphere, we've clearly got a very different feeling environment. Map looks quite low resolution. I'll have a dig around in the files later to see exactly what kind of options are available there. These look like barriers that we're going to be able to hit our way through. And this is going to be our first homunculi, one assumes. I think we've seen this in the trailer, haven't we? A homunculus? It isn't moving. Has its magic been exhausted? Eyes that plead for death. Or rather, eyes that do not fear death. You seem familiar. Do you not fear me? Why would I be afraid? I've been around homunculi since I was little. All I've ever wanted is to help them. Lend me your power, then. A touch of magic should allow me to liberate myself. In turn, I will aid in your survival. Ooh, they've gone all out with the effects for this. That's nicely done. Simple, but nicely done. Boom. Kill. My aid. It comes with a condition. Could have told me that beforehand. What is it? You fear I might devour you? We can speak further once we have escaped this dreary pit. It would be more efficient. I assume you'd rather not linger either? Nola! A mysterious combat homunculus abandoned at the subterranean testing sites. Looks nothing like the worker homunculi found in the lower stratum. An ancient, noble aura surrounds her. Nola has joined your side. You can now make use of her abilities by pressing square to attack in front of you. Use her attacks to cut down enemies and break certain boxes and walls. Okay, we get a little bit of forward momentum with Nola. But it otherwise works identical to Lily and the Knights. We can get a little bit of forward momentum with our air... actually, quite a lot of momentum with our air combo. This feels good. I like. Bench. Sorry, a respite, of course. Respites can be found in multiple locations. Resting at a respite will save your game, as well as replenish Lilac's HP and heals. However, doing so will also cause previously defeated enemies to walk the land again. Respites allow you to rewatch cutscenes you have previously viewed. Ooh, this is a much more substantial memory. Yeah, I've just read the word there, haven't I? This is a much more substantial menu than what we initially had with Ender Lilies. It became much more like this when it had a few patches under its belt. Manual saving. Fast travel not unlocked yet. Homunculi have got stats. No, wait. Oh, we're going to be able to change the weapons of our allies. So rather than having loads of different spirits, it looks like we're going to be able to upgrade the ones we've got with, with Nola at least, different swords. Interesting. Oh, and we can actually see them. So starting off with a sword, and we can upgrade the sword, but also can get a soul harvester, a scythe that deals damage to enemies at close range. A mechanical scythe that can transform into multiple forms. A homunculus wielding one such scythe was feared no less than death himself. And Vanquisher, an axe. Deals slow but powerful melee damage. So rather than having... how many spirits were there in the original game? 20, 30, something like that? We're going to have fewer homunculi, but we're going to have different things that we can equip them with. We've also got memories, bosses, boss rush, extras. Okay, we're going to get different attire that we can wear. Difficulty unavailable. Already I am liking the difference that having an actual map makes. We've got a nice key over to the left. Quite inspired, I would say, by Ori in terms of its icon choice and design. We're going to have items marked on, which is handy as well. And it's done the complete and incomplete thing. Oh, that's wonderful. So if an area is coloured in, it is complete. If it is greyed out, so they've taken one of the pieces of feedback from the first game that everybody, well, I say everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, I hate generalizations, but I certainly thought that the one wonderful thing about Ender Lilies map was that it showed you when a room was complete. And they've taken that on board for the next game as well, which is an excellent choice, in my opinion. So we can go up, or we can go left. But we have a barrier here that we cannot get through, which has been marked, again, very nicely on our map. A tumor that is locked, whereas up here we have doors and breakables. This is a very helpful and competent map system. And in terms of what we've seen structurally already, it's clear that there's a lot of stuff in this that are pure iterations on my doors, okay, on what Ender Lilies offered us. which means that they've had time, and I assume the budget, because of how successful the first game was. They've had the time and the money to ensure that they've got somebody who can do a quality map system. Yes, I am used to your jumpy enemies game. I played the original. Oh, you... Okay, that was me chatting shit. Little bit of an issue there with the foreground texture. Yes, Lilac definitely feels more combat ready, I think, than Lily did. Oh, sweet. We can turn the mini-map off if we really want to. That's poison. Oops. I am noting that enemies seem to have 2 bars. Locked. Interesting. We haven't found everything in this room. So, is that because... Is that because the door is locked? Or is it because I haven't found something? I'm intrigued. Yeah, it's possibly just because we can't get through that door yet. Or it's also possible that there's something up there to the top right. Keep pressing up to rest on benches. That's clearly not how it works. Do I have to manually save each time? I forget. First impressions are very positive. But again, if you didn't like... Oh, boss fight room. That's very atmospheric, isn't it? Hello? Enemy break... Ah, this is the second gauge. Below the enemy's HP gauge is a gauge that represents break damage. It will decrease as you attack enemies and cause a knockback or stagger effect when depleted. This is your chance to go on the offensive. Be wary of attacks from enemies yet to be staggered, and watch out for counterattacks as they recover. Okay. Oops. Oh. Ah, yes. Oh, ow. Phase 2 incoming. Potentially. Oh. No? No, don't leave me. Perhaps I can help you. Tune. So this is our... Ah, what was the option in the first game? Was it cleanse? No 2-phase boss fight, though, which surprises me. Lilac, where are you going? Take me with you. Fumes. Ooh. Creepy metal-fisted child. Kill. You'll help me? The others, all they wanted was to go outside. Yoink. You've acquired the Leto, the child test subject. Cooldown ability. A discarded test subject from a homunculus processing plant. He was one of many homunculi who were exposed to the fumes as part of an experiment to observe how long they could withstand the effects before being driven to madness. As the fumes took hold, hordes of homunculi began to tear through one another, climbing the resulting pile of bodies in a frenzied bid to escape to higher ground. Leto survived by being buried under the pile. Leto is able to attack independently of Lilac and Nola. It is possible to activate Leto's ability and use Nola to attack at the same time. However, Leto requires a cooldown period in between uses. Right. One assumes... Yes, can only be changed to respites. So, rather than having charges, such as they did in Ender Lilies, it looks like they're going for a more cooldown-based system now, which actually I prefer, because I was constantly running out of charges. Blazing Fist! Okay, so again, in iteration, mine at last, with this free subterranean testing site key, a key that unlocks the magical gate leading to the subterranean testing site. Press share to open the menu. Thanks, I'd figured that one out already. I really like the magic effects. They're nicely done. Right, let us equip. The abilities of allies can be changed at respites. Try experimenting with the myriad of abilities at your disposal. Yes, so you don't equip the ally, you equip whichever ability you've got assigned to that ally. A prosthetic arm that projects a flaming fist, inflicting the Blaze status effect. It can be used in conjunction with other abilities. Its magic attacks can be modified by replacing the magic vials inside it. And it's still got the thing, and I liked this in the first game, where it shows you your allies sat next to you at the respite. It's a nice touch. It makes it feel more like a journey with multiple people. And that does complete that room. It's nice that you can see that in real time as well. Interesting. Right. This larger map, you can't scroll around. It's just centered around you. I would probably prefer the option to not have this state with it off completely. Just toggling between that and the smaller one would probably do me. But again, I know some people like not having minimaps. Milius, Lab Primus, presently something. And they still appear around you, which is cool. Homunculus Research Log 1. Artificial life forms created through the infusion of magic. They are augmented by Milius arcane smiths and boast high physical capabilities and durability. Although they pose no danger to humans, spells that affect the consciousness are used to ensure homunculi remain true to their purpose. However, these methods require tuning from time to time. I was going to say, that looks a lot like an elevator. So if I want to see the full map, there's no dedicated button specifically for the full map. The backgrounds are actually reasonably detailed. I wonder how well this is going to work when there's lots of Oh, we can fast travel now. Already. That's cool. Let's head upwards. Ah, such smooth movement on the elevators. I shudder to think of the inhumane experiments homunculi was subjected to beneath the surface. Do you remember anything at all? The fumes. They drove everyone mad. They hurt each other. You... I saw you in my memory. Are you... Lilac? Yeah, I think so. There is undoubtedly a deeper connection here. Fret not, however, your memories will resurface in time. In fact, it would appear we all have something we are struggling to recall. I do remember one thing, though. You wield a power capable of liberating the homunculi. Those with such powers, I believe they were known as attuners. We may be able to find more of your ilk by retracing the memories of homunculi. Okay. So, we don't have as obvious an environmental adversary as we did in Ender Lilies. We got, the rain in Ender Lilies that was, incredibly important to the story. Though we do have the fumes, which I suspect do roughly the same thing. That's a beautiful background as well. And they are going to show it off for us. Wow, that was really laggy. So, this is the outside world. And that's the upper stratum. That's where the sorcerers, the founders of this nation and the creators of homunculi reside. I wish to go there, so I may rid myself of these wretched dreams that haunt me. To that end, I will not permit you to perish. Steel yourself, Lilac. I understand. I don't remember it very well, but before I fell below the surface, there was someone who was desperate to save me. I think they were important to me. I want to know why they were crying. And I want to use my power to save as many homunculi as I can. A very straightforward setup. And simplicity is sometimes the best idea. Oops. I tumble. Yes, these simple enemies break quite easily in terms of their break bars. It looks like there's going to be a way to get up to the top half of there at some point, but probably we're going to need a double jump or something. Hello. Say, what kind of homunculus is that? It looks so old. And who might you be? The arcane smith of the town up ahead? Well, arcane smith in training, I guess. I'm looking to get my hands on an awesome gizmo that'll be able to help the whole town. Wait, are you an attuner? Like the one in town the other day? May I acquire where in town exactly? I don't know. It was my partner that saw him. Partner? A homunculus with wings. So, did you happen to see him on your way here? Oh. Anyway, you look like a mess. Feel free to use anything here. Are you sure? There was an attuner who helped me one time. She asked me to help other attuners if I met them. She was the one that built this place and left all this stuff here. You know, you remind me of her, that attuner lady. There's a mantle here you should take. Looks like it'd be real handy for an attuner. Thank you. And I hope you find your friend. Say, if you see a homunculus with wings, could you help him out? If you can. Are you not going back to the city? It isn't safe out here, especially for one so small. I have to keep collecting junk. That's what it takes to survive in the lower stratum. Well, I'll see you around. Hey. Okay, small engineer child. Hey, we have a cape. There are indeed items here that may prove to be useful. She also mentioned a winged homunculus. Aerial jump! The rune inscribed on Lilac's shoes allows you to perform an aerial jump. Dodge. Ground, airborne, water. Dodge attacks by performing a nimble dash in the desired direction. The runes inscribed into the mantle allow the wearer to move like unto a swift breeze even while airborne. Double jump. Air dash. Far, far earlier than we got either of these in the original game. Motion on that looks a little bit... weak. In terms of actual mechanics, it's absolutely fine. Nice travel distance, good feel to it. It is a fixed length aerial dash, so we can't cut it short. But the actual kind of whoop animation, it's quite slow. But hey, we've got ourselves a little camp. You can change Lilac's attire at respites. What does that come under? Am I just not seeing it? Ah, it's under that. Well, I assume... Yes, we don't lose the ability to do stuff just because we've taken off the clothing. So we've got the azure mantle. Okay. Actually, let's save it. We're already 30 minutes into this. Jump and jump again. Hold on. Oh yes, we're not going to be able to get through there because we don't have... Welcome to the land of fumes, fueled by magic at your service. Yeah, there's no drop-off on the air dash either. So there's no kind of... There's no weird kind of downward floaty momentum to it. I think that's pretty much how it was in the original as well, isn't it? Fragment. Maximum HP by 5. A fragment of magicite suspended in an Argentine vial. The higher the concentration of magicite, the stronger the protective ward becomes. Okay, so again, same as the first game. Also, we don't have... Oops. No, there's no contact damage. On these, at least. And that was everything in this area as well. It'd be so much easier to make a map for this game. Passage through the human settlement of Old City. Authorized. Beware, rampaging creatures prowling the outskirts of Old City pose a threat to human life. Thanks. Is that dog okay? Doesn't look like it. A gnome! Oh, wait. A till! Goodness, I can hardly believe the lower stratum remains this populated. How is it that humans live on amidst? Yeah, that's not spelt right. Amidst. The thick haze of fumes heavy with magic. Arcane instruments is how. Without them, we'd be goners. Name's Gordon. I'm the resident arcane smith around these derelict parts. I take it the kids and the tuner. Where are your friends? As it so happens, we are presently in search of other attuners, as well as a way to the upper stratum. Can't say I spotted any attuners in a while. And you won't learn much about the upper stratum down here. What about a winged homunculus? Heard about Yolin from Levy, did you? Yolin used to keep us safe from the mutants. Well, that was then. I haven't seen him lately. There are unsavoury rumours that he's been attacking folks and such. He might be over yonder down the road, but it ain't safe to get close, you hear? Hello, doggo. You can pet the dog. 10 out of 10 game. Maybe an attuna could... Nah, never mind. Thinking of asking a kid I just met. The years are catching up to me. I'm noticing there is a till here, and it is flashy and glowy. Yeah, the little birdie told me there's a homunculi running wild outside the city too. I wouldn't know, seeing as I ain't ever getting out of here. I'm noting the subtle trail. It leads us to a bench. Wonderful. It's teething with homunculi out there. You take care now. Times like these, you need to make sure to get plenty of rest. Don't overdo it. Why not take a break on that sofa there? You can talk to your allies at respites. A notification will appear in the top right corner when a new conversation is available. I can tell you have something on your mind. Best come out with it. Considering we have a long journey ahead of us, it'd be nice to know your names. My name? You may refer to me however you please. Leto. Huh? My name. It's Leto. But what about you? What kind of adult doesn't know their own name? Nola. Call me Nola. Is that actually your name? It is etched into my arm. This leads me to believe it is. I see. Interesting. Oh, did I just see... The thumbnail creation tool returns! I used this so much in the first game. Just having the ability to remove the UI was very helpful. Tattered letter. Dear Sis, happy birthday. You said you wanted a new pillow, so I tried to pluck some of Yolvin's feathers to make one, but he got kind of mad, so I'm going to ask Gramps to teach me how to make magical tools for you instead. From Levy. So Levy is the name of the little girl smith apprentice that we found. You there? Have you seen anyone alive outside the city? We'd be long dead if it weren't for the arcane instruments warding off the fumes. So there is an environmental thing. So the fumes is the new rain. Old City, lower stratum. One thing I notice is that there is no colour differentiation for the areas of map as of yet. It's possible because it's just all part of the... Well, this isn't part of the city, is it, realistically? So we've got dotted lines connecting the areas, and I'm fine with that. It's whichever way you look at it, it is a massive improvement. I sense mutants everywhere. Remain alert. Thanks, Nola. That's not alert, is it, Demajen? That's getting your ass kicked. Oops. I was thinking we should probably try Leto. Now. In the original game, there were rooms that we could go into. How have they got that done on here? Okay, they've just joined it up for us on the map. I like the addition of the... little kind of telltale glow here. It's only when we get close, I think. Yeah. Right, so that is a door. I'm assuming this is a from the other side door. I still, and I don't know why I do this, I call those one-way doors, and I mark them on my maps with an arrow. And I've always wondered whether that confuses people, in the sense that, you know, it's a door that you can only go that way through. Materials times 130. Materials are necessary for fabricating items at the craftery. Magicite, metals, and other such materials are necessary for crafting arcane instruments. So rather than our... Oh, I forget what they were called. The two different types of materials. Well, I mean, technically there were three, weren't there? But the two different types of kind of main crafting materials, upgrade materials. We've now just got materials. I'm assuming that's going to link up some other way. Oh, that attacks quite fast. Those look like destructible crates, don't they? Yes. Yeah, so far, combat pretty straightforward. And again, nothing wrong with that. It's the opening of the game. Maybe we've got something more challenging here? Yeah, so you can only get one hit in on them before they turn around, it would seem. These things break quite easily. No way I'm getting across there. Ow. We take a good chunk of damage from attacks, but we do have a fair number of heals to start off the game with. And as I said, enemies do break quite easily. There's a thing in this room that I haven't found. What have I missed? I love that as a feature. Is it something that I can't reach? Ah, looks like there's a secret-y thing up there. We're going to need some way of getting extra height or something. Hello! Can't go without a drink. I'll have my fill before the old city folk find out. Tavern Bulletin Board. An increase in reports of homunculi turning mutant has come to our notice. As retrieving cores is no longer a feasible endeavour, we must ask that you maintain a safe distance. Additionally, while we still suffer a deficit of attuners, do remain vigilant with reports. Frost Attuner Squad. Impressive that a little one like yourself survived this long. This place isn't safe either, though. How about having your first drink before you kick the bucket? Heh. Okay, so people getting pissed in the pub. There's a certain degree of hopeless feeling. Oh, this air dash also works on the ground, so we don't have to deal with the little roll anymore. Oh my god, that does way more damage than I was anticipating. Okay, you can air dash out of that, which is good to know. So you can check out of a knockback. Materials times 170. Are you going to jump, or are you going to... That's just... I'm assuming that's either death or... Do I want to risk it? Oh no, it's just water. I've got no heals left. One thing I'm a teensy bit worried about is whether the music is going to get copyright claims. I don't recall having issue with it in the original game. But you just got to be a little bit wary when it comes to any kind of music with lyrics. Okay. I thought that might link up, but if it does, it's not. Yeah, so that launches, which is cool. Okay, it's marked the item for us on the map, which is fab. Ooh, ow. Is it just a notes? No, it's a relic. Increases aerial attack damage by 10%. The Sanguinary Raven. An arcane instrument imparted to Yolin by his friend Levi. Crafted under the guidance of Master Arcane Smith Gordon. A most precious gift. I assume that they can only be changed to respites. Ooh. Fortunately for me, dashing does actually have iframes. Okay. The winged homunculus might be nearby. Stay on your toes. Handy rest spots. Customize what relics Lilac and the homunculi equip. Relics can offer various effects when utilized. Multiple relics can be equipped within the slot limits. Okay, so this takes up 2. Those who cannot be saved. The Atuna living in Old City mentioned it before. Blighted fumes from the lower strata. The Blight! That was the name of the rain, wasn't it? The blighted fumes from the lower stratum seeped into the souls, the cores of countless mutants. Even the Atunas are unable to get near them. Countless homunculi-turned mutants roam the land of fumes. I doubt we'll be able to save them all. And this opens up a shortcut so that we can get back to this area faster. Now, I must remember, but I probably won't for a while yet, that opening doors counts towards the completion of an area. It makes sense that that's how it works, but still. I'm assuming I want to go and face off against this boss. I'm really liking this so far. It is doing it. It's scratching the same itch. It's got very similar vibes. Oh, that's lovely. Here's the Raven. Yolin. We're going to have to put him down, aren't we? That's the winged homunculus Levy mentioned. I swore to protect them. Oh, that comes out fast. Oh, 2 guns now, you say? Ah! Oh, damn it. And phase 2. Caladrius. Ouch. Nope. Nope. That was stupid of me. Concentrating. So far, I would say that generally speaking, this has been easier, or perhaps more forgiving is a better word, than Ender Lilies. That's right. The fumes made me lose myself. Tune. We shall heal you. Amelia's test subject. Did he run away from the central stratum? There's a tumour near his wings. I can't remove it. If you want to thank someone, she's the one who found you. Please protect those 2 sisters. Yol, you won't leave me, will you? Yeah, it's a promise. I think that was the wrong voice. Whatever. I almost broke another promise. You have my thanks. I'm in your debts. I heard from Levy. She asked us to help. I thought she needed me, but I suppose it was the other way around. Unfortunately, I still can't remember much from after I lost consciousness. If you're looking for other attuners, though, I'd check in the sealed magicite mine. Let's go see Gordon at Old City Market. I'm sure he'd be willing to help. A new friend has been made. Yolin, the black-winged huntsman. We're going to get a ranged attack from him, one assumes. An experimental homunculus that escaped to Old City from the biological research facility in the central stratum. Experiments involving animal fusion were conducted on Yolin by a renowned homunculus researcher who fled a neighbouring country that is no more. Yolin's ability allows him to attack continuously while following Lilac. Oh, it's a familiar. You can move freely while this ability is active. Useful for keeping up long-range pressure, this ability's high mobility is offset by its modest power. Use it in tandem with Nola's close range attacks for maximum effectiveness. We shall equip him. Barrage shots. Fires a stream of magical bullets. The bullets track enemies automatically, leaving one to move freely while this ability is in effect. Low power. Some break damage. High speed. Not a massive amount of AoE. I wonder what the cooldown is going to be on it. No cooldown, just a ranged ability that we can press whenever we want to. Sweet. That homunculus finally did succumb to the madness. Never trust these things. Warn Sorcerer's Memo. If we fail to reach the land of origins, the magic of this nation will eventually run dry, or be worse, be consumed by the curse of the blight. The theory that life can be remade or even created using magic has been successfully put to the test. It is now our only hope. Interesting, so that's referring specifically to the blights, which is what the... which is what the affliction in the first game was called. I'm going to go. Just before I end this first episode, I think this might be an interesting one to get rendered out and up on YouTube ASAP. Although I suspect people that really liked the first game will have already realised that this is out a day early. I'm just going to walk straight through you. Okay, so he does lock on, but only when we're facing the right direction. So he's not like just fire and forgets. In fact, he's essentially an extra button that we can press. I'm just going to stand there in the stuff. Thing hidden in the box. It's an amulet fragment. Yes, that is something that I remember having to do quite a lot of in Ender Lily. I can't remember. Was there ever a percentage counter in Ender Lily? I forget. Okay. The... Ow. Yeah, so we've got to look out for the general... Yeah, you've got to wait for them to actually attack before you get the... before you can maximize your attack on them. It looks suspiciously like there's maybe something up there. Maybe wall climb potential? Yes, this allows us to help break enemies faster. Right, I think we will end that first episode there. We've got some dialogue. The strong-willed youth. If Levy isn't in town, she must have gone outside. On her own. Again. Perhaps she's still looking for her partner. I'd keep an eye on her when she would go out to collect junk, but now she's sneaking off on her own. A sentiment I can somewhat relate to myself. There's another just like her in front of you. Huh? Yes. Initial thoughts. Fabulous. Fabulous. Just what I wanted. An evolution, an iterative evolution on map, an iterative evolution on the spirits system, kind of more streamlined, but also in some ways more choice. Because let's be honest, I think most of us who played Ender Lilies probably found a selection quite quickly that we liked and then stuck with it for the rest of the game. So it will be interesting to see how this works in terms of things. See, what's Encore? Main, cooldown, Encore. Maybe there's 3 different types. So main, Encore, and cooldown, and you can change them about a bit. But yeah, it definitely looks like they're going to get different. In fact, can we see? Yes. So Blazing Fist can go up to Glacial Fist, which has got like an arcing freezing effect. Rocket Fist, diagonally upwards, penetrates and bounces. Powered Shot, lacerates, fires a spinning blade that cuts through enemies, ricocheting off terrain. Drill Shot, a short-range tornado capable of staggering enemies. Ignores enemy defense. Again, can move freely while it's in effect. They each seem to require different... Yeah, it looks like Nola requires a very specific set of upgrade material. Disintegrated core. Yeah, whereas Yolin and Leto seem to have different things. By streamlining the amount of character / homunculi, it will probably allow for more storytelling elements. I mean, it won't offer quite as much variety on this screen in terms of the different things that you'll be able to see here, maybe. But in terms of the story and the campfire chats and stuff that it would offer, yeah, feels like it would actually offer more storytelling opportunity. And I'm very keen to see what they do with that. Map system, of course, I'm going to be interested in. Works nice and smooth. I like how things are marked on the map so that we can find them easily. I like how the rooms change colour as and when that they are complete. I also find it interesting that not only do they have the rooms, but they have a fog of war within the rooms as well. This is a very well thought out map system, in my opinion. And I like to think my opinion has some kind of, I'm not going to say weight, but relevance to some people as regards the the map side of Metroidvanias, if nothing else. Until next time, thank you very much for watching this first episode of Ender Magnolia. Look forward to more very soon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay fabulous. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.